Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. It happened again. It finally happened again. I was wondering if there was going to be any more videos coming out from Stale2000, and when I was looking over different stuff I was going to talk about today, it all of a sudden just got fed to me. The video in question is, am I serious? The 4 layers of irony. So we'll get to that later on in the stream. We're not going to get to that right away. But I'm going to first show you some Instagram posts that I am very interested in. So a couple Reddit posts that I found that I'd like to discuss. And then a couple other videos first that I kind of want to look at just to give my opinion on, you know, the usual stuff. But let's get into it. Thanks to everyone who's stopped in already. I really do appreciate everybody. Let's get a look at these goofs and gaffes to get us started. Let me just go like this. I didn't know this was a technique. Differential learning. Check it out.
Go. I think Calvin should do his underwaters like this instead of that.
It's laughing.
1, go.
I don't know why you would train this technique, to be completely honest. I was trying to think of a reason, and at first I'm like, okay, maybe it's just like you're working out different muscles, you're learning about the different ways you can get your body to maneuver in the water. But then I thought about it and I was like, if you train this method, is that counterintuitive to actually swimming forward? Shouldn't you be spending this time training to swim the correct direction? You know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I just realized I have a poll set up too. Let me get this poll started for everybody. Which random event would ruin your normal day the most? So would it be raining gummy bears? And see, all of these are somewhat innocuous, but it's like you have to think about the actual real world effect that this would have. So raining gummy bears, you're like, okay, it's like hail, kind of like hail, but then you have gummy bears all over the road. As they're getting smashed down, things are probably getting, it's getting probably slippy, like becoming more slick in some ways, but then also stickier, so it's picking up a lot of debris. So raining gummy bears, car turns into an obedient elephant, so your car is now an obedient elephant that'll go wherever you ask it to take you. You know, oh, you don't have to pay gas now, but you may have to pay the city for elephant shit, given that your elephant might need to use the restroom. I had to shorten this one, so we had a little nice way of phrasing this one. Every convo starts with a riddle, so every conversation that you have has to begin with a riddle, and if you cannot answer their riddle, they're not going to talk to you for the rest of that day. So, and again, this is just one day. So, you know, the street cleaners will get rid of the gummy bears. The obedient elephant will transform back into a car after the day, and then the people will stop asking you riddles after the end of the day. And then finally, your shadow has a mind of its own. So your shadow having a mind of its own is like you walk wherever you want to go, you do your own things, but then your shadow has the capabilities of just nearby knocking things over, moving, grabbing things. It can get you in a lot of trouble. So would you choose raining gummy bears, car turns into an obedient elephant, every convo starts with a riddle, or your shadow has a mind of its own? Which random event would ruin a normal day the most? If I don't drive or leave the house, I'm fine. Yeah, if you call out of work for the day, just leave the elephant there. Might get a noise complaint if the elephant gets a little rowdy. What if it stampedes through the neighborhood? You live in an apartment complex and it just barrels through one of the buildings. You can never be too safe. Riddle, win-win. You get to have fun with riddles all day. Either that or people just won't talk to you. That is kind of a win-win. For the antisocial, that might be the right answer. Oh, the shadow one is probably the worst because it's terrifying. Yeah, shadow, I mean, what if it assaults somebody? What if all of a sudden it punches your the person working next to you, you know? You're working in an office job and then all of a sudden your shadow just eats somebody's lunch. Now you got to go talk to HR. Sorry, I guess maybe it's a bad poll. Everybody's picking the one that they liked. Sorry. Maybe I should have phrased it the opposite way. But let's continue. I'm just going to leave it up. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to rewrite this poll right now. What do we all think of this? You know, the winter season has continued. When's Groundhog's Day? February 2nd, so it's coming up. I think we know what the answer is going to be. I don't think Punxsutawney Phil is going to, tell us a whole lot. But what do we think of this? I'll let this play so you don't have to just stare at him much longer.
I am such a husky. I love the snow. When I was a kid, in kindergarten through 5th grade, Mrs. Paver the crossing guard goes, "Mark, where's your jacket?" I'm like, "I don't need one." When I was in high school, they told me. My ex-best friend, Jessica Rabita, was with me. "Where's his jacket?" "We don't know." When I moved to L.A., November, December, January, February, March, it's freezing out. People had jackets. I wore a short-sleeve shirt. Look at me now. Blizzard of 2026. Husky, baby. Husky. Rawr! I am such a husky.
This is what we must embrace through this frost. Through this thaw, which is taking a while. This should be illegal. What? You're not a husky? He's trying to be shirtless Eddie. No, he's not. He's trying to be husky Mark. Sinacori Mark. That's what he's trying to be. Mark Sinacori. Ah, that's who he is. Mark, why aren't you wearing your jacket? I don't need a jacket. I'm a husky. He's the alpha of the pack. That's what I think. He's just trying to get back to the elements, you know? This is a dad in the hatch. Been checking out some of his stuff. Need to give him a follow.
This is going to put. This is manure for my chickens. I've got a bunch of chickens in the back. So what I do is I sprinkle this down now, like this. I sprinkle it out.
That's just chicken shit and electric tiller. But, this is the one I wanted to show you, because this one was my favorite.
This one is made out of an old, discarded windmill tower. And I put a blade on the end of it. And I got Hercules down here protecting it.
You gotta have Hercules down there protecting it. I mean, this is such a beautiful piece of art. You cannot have anything weaker than a demigod protecting it.
This one is...
They're out there. They're out there.
They're out there. My car just started moving, so look at that. See that? Oh, there's something out there. It's hungry. I think he got my bait. Oh. Ooh, I got him. Woohoo. Woo.
Oh. Oh, caught in the bush. Caught in the bush. Gonna end that one.
I'm putting it on the bottom. What we gotta do now is, all I can do is pop the line, pop the hook off, but you know we can get on with brush or anything. Just gotta pop it like that. You gotta go put a new hook on. I've lost more hooks in this place. Now I gotta go put a new hook on.
I couldn't understand a word he was saying in that one, I've got to be honest. I do love this guy, though. Go check him out. Dad in the Hatch. I've been getting a lot of athletes recommended to me. And I don't just mean your everyday amateur athletes. I mean elite level athletes. And I thought I should share some of them, you know. Oh my God, that was terrible. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I put the sound on. Oh my God, why did I do that to myself? You know what? Forget about you guys. That was terrible for me too. I don't know why I left that on. I remember how it did the same thing to me the first time. Gave me chills. Nails on a chalkboard, you know what I mean? But look at this. So smooth. Glides with precision. Look at the piles of ice that are forming. He's gonna break through. You want to hear it again? Here, I got you. Horrible. Horrible. Horror movie noises, for sure. I didn't know how to feel about this. Glass blasting. Glass blasting. Gotta emphasize the ing. But, I like the way it sounds, but I didn't like the way they kept sucking on their thumbs. Like, I get that you have to keep it going, but I don't know. This one wasn't as bad. There was another one where they were licking where they were sucking on their fingers a lot. Got to keep them wet, you know. You don't want dry thumbs going in bottles. That's how you get cuts. That's how you get that's how you get lesions on your skin. Here we go. Point Fighter Live. We've seen a lot of this person's content. He runs a dojo. A very legitimate dojo. They go to comps. They go check stuff out. And here's some of their work.
Felix, the Cuban cowboy, got them all. Martial arts, board breaking challenge. Up next, Alexander Carlos, making his entrance with a front row. Oh, he stumbled, getting back up. Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's see if he can break them all with a martial arts forearm elbow break.
Go.
Measuring the distance, building up the power here in Hollywood Beach in the power zone. Here goes. Ready to break. He missed about 5. Good try. Next up, myself, Alex Reyes.
Yes.
Power zone. Spring breaking in Hollywood Beach. Here goes, working on a new technique. I'm going for 8 total boards. Here we go, Ultimate Breaking Championships number 6. Let's see if I can break them all.
Be positive.
Here it goes.
Work hard. Never give up.
Okay.
And believe in yourself.
I do.
And bam, I got them all. It was a lot of fun. Power, baby. Good hits.
He started raining money. That was his first instinct. His natural instinct was to start showering, start throwing bills. The ones where they're in their actual gym.
Us, power, baby.
Us, power, baby. Us, power, baby. Come check this out.
Martial Arts Ninja Warrior course. Let's see who can run the course the fastest. Up first is Tyler. Dodges the pad. Kicks the board. Rage hand to Steve. Jump over the obstacle. And one board break. Us. 12 seconds. On deck, Alexander Carlos. Here we go. It's a great test of technique, agility, speed. It's also a lot of fun. Jumping off. Foot stomp. Dodge the pad. He gets hit. 1 second added on. He's already at 15 seconds. Tyler has the lead here in the power zone. Throwing a few extra hits. Front row. Here we go. Alexander Carlos here in the power zone. And
you know, I think it's good that they're having fun. They're clearly getting a workout too. You can see some sweat built up here from somebody. But don't take these moves outside of the dojo. It'll end poorly. I can tell you that. Do not.
He's at 45 seconds. Jumping off. Steps down. And 48 seconds.
Jumping off. Steps down. He used to have a lot of elderly people. He used to be like, he had like a couple grandmas. Sorry, I know I'm kind of like flying past a whole lot here. I'm just surprised because there was an era where he had mostly like a bunch of old ladies that he trained. It was some good stuff. He also has his friend that's a ninja.
Let's see who can break them all.
Us.
Power, baby. 0 of 4 for Pancho the Ninja. Up next, Tyler Washington. He breaks 5 of 7 here in this martial arts power sidekick concrete breaking tournament. Up last is Alexander Carlos going for 7. He needs to break
Hit it AC.
at least 6 to take the lead. Here we go. Ready to break. One last measure. And here goes. 6 for the lead. The ultimate test of technique and martial arts power. And he got 6. Let's see who can break them all. Power, baby.
You can't do the power, baby on the dude that didn't break any of them. Especially when he's the ninja. Like, he's the ninja. He's supposed to be like your star.
Power, baby. I'm testing my power on the score pad right here. Really nice. And it's going to show my pounds of force right here. That top was 42. All right, you ready for this punch? Let's go if I could beat the high record. All right. 579. All right, let's go. 512. Here we go. 523. All right, here we go. 424.
You know, I didn't get it. First of all, I feel like this thing should probably be like mounted on a wall maybe, because him stepping back like that obviously did take out some of the like power there. So if he like pushed it against you, that would probably make it go up a lot. This isn't a correct way to test this. I'm sorry. I think we've got to get a legitimate test done to test your real power, baby. We need to get the Guinness World Records people out there today. Why is this guy in a... Okay, he's in a hockey mask.
Power, baby. Martial Arts Ninja Warrior karate course. Let's see how fast Marlon can run the course. The time to beat is 12 seconds. This is great for speed, agility, technique. It's also a lot of fun. You're in the power zone. 12 seconds. Oh, it's power, baby. Martial arts, ninja, warrior, karate course. Let's see how fast Marlon can run the course. The time to beat is 12 seconds.
Oh, so the time to beat was 12 seconds, and he got 12 seconds? Gotta try harder next time, Marlon. Sorry. Was that Kung Fu? What is their discipline, actually? Real creator. I guess does he just do power breaking? Is that what they do? They just do board breaking?
Oh, power, baby. Martial arts, speed, board breaking challenge. Let's see who can break the board the fastest. Up first, myself, Alex Reyes, here in the power zone. And 9.29 seconds. Tyler Washington, the next competitor up, he needs to do it in 9.28 seconds or faster. Here in the power zone, and he's going to get it with 9.21.
See, again, I want to say that it wasn't fair. He didn't break them all, but this setup is just it doesn't work right. They all came loose. He didn't actually get a full opportunity to try and show off his power, baby. It's when we come to the power zone, we're trying to show off our maximum power, and we expect things to work.
Power, baby. Martial arts, speed, board breaking challenge. Let's see who can break the board the fastest. Up first, myself, Alex Reyes, here in the power zone. And 9.2.
I just realized he's not hitting just an oos. He's hitting oosa. Okay. He's trying to keep that one to himself. He doesn't want you to know.
9 seconds. Tyler Washington.
See, watch. Tyler Washington crushes the first board, but he crushes it with so much force, so much power.
The next.
It knocked the rest of them off. He had so much power, baby. USA. He had so much that it just completely, it just destroyed the whole challenge from the beginning. What can I say? I'm just trying to give people the credit where credit is due. I get a lot of Elvis Presley impersonators, or as this person calls himself, an Elvis tribute artist, I think is what he says. Jack Lello, pretty legendary. From my GI hair to the heels of my GI shoes, I got the GI blues. You know the one.
And it was up, 2, 3, 4, rock your face, GI blues. Hang our heads in the hills.
Like, some of them just look very unimpressed, and others look like they really think that they just met Elvis Presley. They're like, oh my goodness, it's really him.
My GI shoes.
Here, I'll play this one instead, because...
You got me high. You got me feet high.
Oh, I thought he was... I just realized he's not actually playing the guitar at all in this one. I thought he was at least, strumming a little bit, even if it was unplugged, but he's, not even trying. Imagine having to hold the mic for an Elvis tribute act. I think Elvis has been tributed enough. I don't think we need any more Elvis tributes.
Be doing what you want me, oh baby, what you want me to do.
I hope I don't get claimed for that. It's with his voice mixed in, I'm hoping that it insanely horrible vibes. What, you don't like it? What's wrong with him?
Well, the bellows keep blowing.
I don't want to laugh at him, because obviously everybody should be able to do what they like. But what you like, I don't know. Being a tribute artist is kind of just, I think it's something to laugh at. To be completely honest, I just got to be real here. You got to find your own style. It's okay if you want to take your inspiration from Elvis, but how long is this going to ask? I guess if you follow it long enough, you can become an old man and go through all of the eras of Elvis. You know what I mean? You can eventually become like an old fat guy and you're still doing an Elvis impersonation. It's just a different era. Is he saying words? I don't know. What do we think of Taekwondo training? People always say, oh, these muscles won't help you in a fight. Muscles can't do anything in a fight. This is why you don't want to say that to people that you don't know. Because you never know who has training. What if that guy is huge, he's on steroids, and he also does training? I'm scared of this guy. But there's no reason to be scared of this guy, because this is what you should truly fear. This is capoeira. Oh, here, there's music playing. Here, wait, here's what I'll do. I've done this before, it'll work this time. Gotta find the dude with the... I've shown this capoeira guy before, but I didn't know he could hit such crazy flips. Where's the glass guitar? I need to find it. This will work fine. You need to have some music in the back, you know, some tunes playing. Oh no. There we go. I'll give a shout out to this guy again too, because I played this on a different stream. Switching between clamp slider and open string soloing on fretless guitar. That mixed with some capoeira, how can you hate? Hit them both. This guy's so in shape and out of shape at the same time. That's the goal, right? You don't want to, I don't care about looking good. I want to feel good. As long as I can, this is peak performance right here. If you have the range of motion, the agility, the athleticism, the flexibility, and you can eat whatever you want, you can just, who cares? Function over physique. That's what I always say. It's the truth. He's my hero. I think he round one knockout over this guy. This has clearly been decades of training for him. But here, let's or actually, I think I have one last goof. I can play this one. 2 Rubik's Cubes, 2 SIGs, 2 beer speedrun. Former world record. So this isn't even the world record anymore. Should I find the actual world record? I wonder if he still holds it. But here it is. 2 Rubik's Cubes, 2 SIGs, 2 beers speedrun.
My time to beat is 3 minutes 33 seconds. I can't remember the world record, but it's around 1 minute 30. You can see it up here. Will I beat that? Who knows, but I'm...
I found the new world record, but it doesn't look like as good of a video. I just realized he's playing music too. No! What have you done to me? That's why this one's better. Look at it. See, he's got it all timed out. Everything's ready to go. Let's see it, Robbie Bolt. I think you need to reclaim this this world record.
It's around 1:30. You can see it up here.
You know what? I think I'm gonna try and beat this. Maybe I need to try and beat this.
Will I beat that? Who knows? But I'm hoping.
I'm gonna watch this, see the technique, see how they do it, see how fast they are with the Rubik's cubes. I can solve a Rubik's cube. But here's the question: do you have it? Okay, he does, or no, he doesn't. I was going to say it looks like he has a specific scramble, because when you go and do competitive Rubik's cubing, they give you a scramble algorithm. So they will scramble every Rubik's cube to the exact same scramble so that everybody's like solve is with starting from the same point. These are two completely different stated, like these Rubik's cubes are in two completely different states. We can tell. I thought the red and the yellow in these corners or on these sides, red and yellow, I thought, oh, it's the same. But then I realized, no, unless these are flipped around, I don't believe. I think I could beat this, I'm just saying. I'm thinking about this on a higher level. The arrangements of the buildings in this shot is confusing. That's Middle America for you, right? They just plop them down. Someone's living behind you. What? They go, you don't own this fucking property, you own the house.
For under 2 minutes. Also, the up top camera is dead, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Anyway, let's do this.
He's doing fucking Michelob Light. I've never even seen that before. I feel like everybody gets Michelob Ultras. I've never even seen that before. See, this was also, he started a little bit wonky here. I would have lit the cigarette first. You light both cigarettes. I would have dual wielded, smoking both cigarettes. Then I plop them in the same hand. Chug a beer, chug another beer, keep hitting it. The Rubik's Cubes I save for last. We're trying to get through everything else first. I smoke the darts down like nothing. The darts I breathe in like air. Calling foul here. False start. He's not inhaling into the lungs. You are not dragging these cigs. Not only is that a bad method for your technique here, not only is it a bad technique, you stole those cups from Pizza. Maybe. Not only is this a bad technique, but you are also not smoking the cigarettes. This does not count as smoking the cigs. I guess it's just depleting them. In that case, I mean, 2 Rubik's Cubes, 2 crack pipes, 2 gallons of Everclear. Okay. Now we're talking about a challenge. These cigarettes look like shorts. These don't look like long, full cigarettes. Everything he's done in this is just... You know, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. The way this was filmed, there's still music playing over it. And I'm kind of pissed off about that. But I mean, I've done this too many times already. It doesn't even matter at this point. The stream's probably fucked. Who cares? Like and subscribe. Watch the video. Everything he's done, Like, why didn't you start the Rubik's Cube sooner? I thought you were going to finish the cigarettes before starting the Rubik's Cubes, but you could have just started the Rubik's Cubes already. It's like you don't even care about this world record. Only part he might beat me on is the Rubik's Cubes. I got to work on my speed. I think my time for one Rubik's Cube is like a minute. I don't speed cube. I don't speed cube. It's a passion.
That baby.
One.
Okay. He also hit the timer before he exhaled the end of the cigarette smoke. False start, false stop. These were all everything. I failed along the way. You know, I know you poured out the beers so that we could see the actual liquid, but how do I know you even got it all out of these? I didn't see you pour them out on video. I guess he did. Did he? He did. He did. I wasn't paying attention in the beginning. Never mind. But look at all the... These were bad pours as well. I like to take my time and enjoy the Rubik's Cube. Yeah, exactly. It's not a skill issue. I want to. I hate this guy. He's a cheater. He can't do any of it right. I swear. It's disgusting. Yes. He doesn't. He obviously holds no sanctity for this art form. I saw this. I Show Speed runs into the 3 forms of Majin Buu. I don't know where he was when he ran into these guys, but all of a sudden he just starts groping them, like very aggressively. So let's check it out, shall we?
What the fuck? Brother, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Tradition.
You raise it, Steve.
What?
You raise it. That's the tradition here. You raise it.
What?
You raise it. I know you're tired, brother. I know you're tired. Just one. It's not heavy. It's not heavy. Just one. I know you're tired, brother. It's not heavy. Just one. That's the tradition. I know you're tired,
What
brother.
do you want me to do?
Just raise it one. Show him. It's not heavy. It's not heavy. Just one. That's the tradition. Just one. Yeah. That's it, brother. That's it. No, yeah. Give him a round of applause. You raise it. That's true. You raise it.
Guy on the right did the 2 crack pipe challenges for sure. Yeah, he had to try it out before this meeting. He had to make sure he was as skinny as possible. I mean, this is honestly, it's clearly just a medical condition. I think the only other person that I've seen this skinny is Eugene Yakuni. I think that's literally... It's intense. He really just groped this guy, though. He was really feeling him up. I have nothing else to say there. I really don't. I have nothing. That was a great video, am I right? So they said, this person said, stop, he's already dead. Mia is still bodying Hassan. And this is what Mia did next. And I thought that this was just such a... so the person replied to one of her videos saying, I suspect the reason people took such objection to the original video is because the overwhelming focus seemed to be on the fact he defined himself socialist using what have typically been very anti-socialist, typically pro... I assume they're talking about the pro-capitalist nature of Hassan. But I think that she brings up a very more important point.
I know his propaganda works on you, but yours doesn't work on me. I called him a misogynist in that original video, and not one of you has addressed it. I have given more than 5 examples of him being a misogynist. If they're old enough to count, they're old enough to mount, calling Miley Cyrus a slut, a video of him saying that if you pen wealthy...
To be fair, he didn't call Miley Cyrus a slut. He called Hannah Montana a slut, which is, I feel like, objectively worse.
people together, that's a great outcome because wealthy men will just rape wealthy women.
That one's the craziest. I think that one is probably the most insane. I don't see how you can... Like, it just... that one's, like, actually the craziest one that I've ever heard. Like, what could he have meant by that? Other than it would be justified against wealthy women.
And not one of you has had one thing to say about it. You are frauds. Frauds. So please, stitch the video, leave a comment, be the one. Be the one. It's like the brave MAGAs who can actually have some critical thinking and break away from their cult. You could be the one. Let's see what you got.
And I think that it's true because it what she's pointing out and pointing to is it's not just the fact that they aren't like willing to turn away. It's that like turn away from these things that are clearly wrong. It's the fact that they like are just blatantly ignoring information when presented with it. And it's the deny and deflect, you know, it's deny and deflect at every angle. Like, it doesn't matter what the actual substance of the critique is, just deny and deflect, because then you can move on and talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. They always say he addressed these things but never did. Yeah, and that's kind of like the thing, is in them saying that, they are doing what he does. He doesn't address it. He just goes, oh, I've talked about these things before, oh, I've done... And it's just like, well, yeah, then just do it again, like, just briefly. I mean, if you've talked about it so many times, can you not think of like a concise, quick, easy way to just, you know, nip it in the bud real quick? I feel like it's that simple. The most charitable interpretation would be he thinks rich women getting essayed is somehow less bad than regular people, which is still insane. Yeah, no, yeah, it's like that's... I think that is the most charitable, and I don't see how that is, like, it's just, it is insane, like, clearly. Deny, deflect, and place. Yeah, I think that is probably the best way to think, like the best way to rationalize it. Because if they're not in place, if they're not, you know, it's that if you're not with me, you're against me type of mentality. Anybody with any type of dissenting opinion is a detractor and not just somebody with actual critical thinking skills. His strat for controversy is deny. You could have a video of him beating a lady in a bar, Ezra Miller style, and they'd say it's fake. I mean, it's the same thing as I'll talk about this in a second. We'll watch this other Hassan clip, but I was gonna look at this Ilhan Omar situation just briefly because I mean people are already saying that that's all fake too, but I wanted to look at this real quick. Hassan reacts to Asmongold begrudgingly defending him from Destiny. So let's see what he has to say.
Did you see Asmongold
My God, my mouse.
defended you? Yeah, he did. I saw. Respect.
I mean, you don't have to give him respect just for defending you. I mean, I guess clarify what the respect is for. Is the respect for him going against his own principles or going against his own party, not his own principles. That sounds a bit more inflammatory. Going against his ideology to speak out against something that is wrong, but just being like, he defended me, big ups. Yo, he likes me now, big ups.
Asmongold defends Hassan from Destiny's various attacks.
Like, I know Ethan Klein of H3. I know he does that as a joke, but I feel like it's clearly a joke when he does it. When he's hating on somebody and then immediately goes, "Oh, we're gonna have dating and money on as the new guest, as the new crew member." New guest. He's been a guest enough times. He's gonna be a crew member now.
Why would you say this? I think it's so dangerous to be advocating for people to intercept and interfere with people in real life. Completely uncalled for. Should be seen as absolutely unacceptable by everybody. What's funny about this take is that he did that already, and then I called him out for it, and then he actually apologized and took it back. Even though he still posted the video, he realized that that was probably not the best idea to advocate for people to, like, you know, to highlight people that are just like stalking content creators and stuff. So he actually changed his position on that, which, you know, respect, because it is unironically a position that actually puts him in harm's way as well. Because if you remember, Asmongold initially was like, yeah, base, like this guy that came up to him with like the fucking photo of Kaya, like he's so base. This guy just won the internet, you know? Remember when he did that? And I was like, brother, what are you doing? Like, this fucking hurts you too. Like, all you're doing in that situation is what goes around comes around. Like, all you're doing in that situation is just like telling people that this is totally appropriate to just like roll up to people. This is what happened in Ireland, right?
God damn it, I muted again. Mother. Ugh. The fact I did it on a new stream is going to destroy me. My brain, it's over. Everything's over. It's all done. We're done here. God damn it. What I was saying was, before I was so rudely muted by me. Fucking hell. Why are you shouting slurs? That's why I was muted. What I was saying was, it almost feels dumb for me to talk about this because I don't see the necessity of Hassan bringing this up, because I'm pretty sure the context of this was just Destiny making some comment in passing that was probably a Destiny level comment, to be fair. Don't break your headphones. I'm not. It's just, I'm more upset at myself than this clip.
And so then he backed away from that position. So when Destiny came out and was basically demanding that his fucking cult chase me around and track me in real time or whatever, I guess Asmongold said that was a bad idea to do, which, you know, a W. W's all around. To which I don't understand.
Honestly, I think this is just poorly clipped, to be fair. Bring back the two guys from last stream to get your mind right. That's so true. I didn't even think about that. You right. Bring back I forget what it's called. I know their names are Thomas and AJ. Speaking from source. Here, I'll click a new video. Let's see. Unveiling the mysteries of pole shifts and solar flashes.
Light of source appears. Our ability with you today, and we feel your energies quite strongly as we look upon you and your earth plane at this time as you bring forward the connection of the heart. And
now I feel worse. Now my stomach kind of hurts. Simon and Garfunkel, yes. I agree we shouldn't let Hassan into our political spaces, but like rhetorically, not in a weird Destiny way of harassing him. Yeah, I feel like the harassment's unnecessary. It's one of those things where it's just like he should be critically challenged and not easily just you know, we want to have the thing is like to like there is a level of things being liberal, but I feel like obviously nobody is for like full ultimate freedom, you know what I mean? That's the problem with libertarians, right? Like obviously there should be some level of control, but it's about what the means of control are. And I don't think that Hassan should be ousted like officially, but socially he should definitely be challenged and made felt like, you know, people like him they should feel uncomfortable in places where they are like ideologically opposed. That's just kind of the way that it is. You shouldn't necessarily feel comfortable in ideological like or, you know, just like political spaces. You should be challenging your own thought and challenging the thoughts of others. It doesn't necessarily even need to just be an ideology. Specifically in politics, I feel like you should kind of be willing to and feel like to critically challenge others and have your beliefs critically challenged as well, without it being seen as infighting or like, you know, other stuff like that. But then I want to talk about this briefly. Man tackled after spraying substance on Ilhan Omar at Minneapolis Town Hall. There was, here, I'll pull up the other video. There was this angle. Here, we'll watch this one first.
Could not be reformed. It could not be.
Or actually, I guess the other angle makes sense to watch first.
To resign or face impeachment.
So this guy comes up, sprays her with something. They said it, I saw one reporting say it was a syringe.
Or face impeachment.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of syringe.
New detail.
And then in this video, you see that he actually got tackled pretty. And a lot of people, I saw so many people being like, this is fake. This is clearly not a real video. This clearly didn't happen. Or this is clearly not a real event. This is clearly all fake news. It's the left trying to rile up support again. I don't know what he's saying. I have another video on the side here. Oh, did I close it? 1 second. About his actual arrest, but I wanted to see the actual thing that happened.
I don't know. Oh my God. I need a napkin to know nothing.
And people were arguing too. I'm trying to see if I can find the other, because there were just a bunch of comments. This is AP, so honestly, yeah, this one's AP, so I feel like they're not as bad. Yeah, see, so some of them, Jesse Smollett moment, staged, very obvious. You can tell who wears the red hats in the comments. Why wouldn't they evacuate the room? They keep saying shit like this, and it's like, obviously she wanted to continue. They were trying to stop it. They said, okay, let's end here. She's saying she's just saying she needs a napkin to clean up. She's like, let me just make sure there's nothing on me, and then we can continue. So see, they're trying to stop it. Everybody's like, evacuate the room. We don't know what it was. I mean, yeah, maybe they should get medical personnel in to test it. I don't know, but like thinking that it's fake is so weird. Like, I don't know. It just feels like a weird claim to just be like, obviously fake. What did she call him? Wait. She called him a fucking asshole. She said, this fucking asshole will not get away with this, and because it's, yeah, he's obviously trying to disrupt. The other thing I saw people saying was like, why did he only hit her in the shirt? Why wouldn't he try and hit her in the face with it? It's clear he's probably trying to spray her in the face, but didn't think about the actual, fact that it's going to go down. There's going to be an arc to it. Because he's like trying to just spray it all over her. Whatever it is. But here, let me pull up the actual. Oh.
Guess we begin with.
This is from Fox. Let's see what they have to say.
Doug Lazater, who is live in Washington with the very latest on the Minnesota protests and what lawmakers are saying today as both sides, Doug, try to de-escalate the situation.
Carly and Todd, good morning. President Trump hoping to turn down the temperature now in Minneapolis. But if anything, this battle over immigration enforcement may be getting more heated. Take a look at what happened last night at a town hall event there with Democratic Congresswoman.
Yeah, he looked and sounded really drunk. The way he started stumbling backwards. Here, let me pull up the original one again. The one I was watching first. Damn it. Come on, where is it? Oh, let me just go to my history. She low-key looked like she was gonna punch him at one part too. There was one point where she totally looked like she was about to punch him. I think you can see it in this angle.
Or face impeachment.
He said something about democracy. I really cannot make it out. I'm really trying to listen. One sec. Something means no democracy. She looks like she's about to punch him. She looks like she got mad. Look at, she raised her hand. She totally looks like she's about to punch him, but then she's like, no, I can't. Or did she grab, is that what it is? Did she grab that out of his hand? Is that what it was? Maybe that's what she was doing. Is that what she was doing? Or no, okay, she didn't, no. It looked like she was just about to just throw a punch. I would. I mean, yeah. Yeah, the guy really did slam him down too, which is good. He's like, come on. And honestly, yeah, he could have been more forceful, I guess. But is that what people want? They want him to beat the shit out of that guy? I think he probably handled it the best that he could. Wrestled him to the ground. Clearly fake. Clearly fake. They didn't all jump on him and start kicking him in the head afterward. How is this real? Why didn't they clear out the room and evacuate everybody?
Ilhan Omar.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
Oh, is he saying something about her resigning? Or wait. Because maybe he's saying forcing her to resign means no democracy. Is that what he's saying?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
It smells terrible. Did he spray her with like piss or something? They said it smells terrible.
No, we will continue.
No. Ilhan, you need to go get checked.
No, we will continue. Not gonna get away with it.
Omar was confronted and sprayed by a man there in the audience. It's not clear what the substance was, and Omar later said she was okay. The man, identified as 55-year-old Anthony Kazmierzik, was arrested. No word yet on motive, but as you heard, Omar had just called for the firing of DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. She had also called for ICE to be abolished. President Trump yesterday traveling to Iowa saying he still backs Noem, even as he sent border czar Tom Homan to take over operations in Minnesota.
With the shift in Minneapolis and Tom Homan going to Minnesota, do you still have confidence?
I don't care about the rest of this. I really just cared about I wanted to know if there was more information on that, but it doesn't sound like it. He was arrested though, so I guess it was all fake. The arrest is fake. Look at this. Isn't even a real. Look at this. This is just a t-shirt. Teddy Roosevelt didn't get shot. Why did he finish his speech? He didn't actually get shot. What the fuck? What are you guys talking about? Oh fuck! He hit her with some Jenkim? No. No, that would actually be. You know what's funny? I realized this because I always thought that like throwing shit at somebody would be like some kind of bioterrorism crime. Like I always thought like it has to be. It's not unless you are infected with something, I learned. And I was like, what the fuck? There's gotta, I mean, obviously there's probably assault charges and maybe like things that they can add to the charge. But I was like, what? I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they have. He hit her with the goof juice. This was all AI generated. I believe it. If this was real, why was he sitting in the front in the first place? You're telling me this guy that hates her guts so much just decided to sit right in the front
Omar was
just to get the opportunity to spray something on her?
Confronted and sprayed by.
Gonna get away with it.
Omar was confronted and sprayed.
It also looked like he was like firing from the hip. He just unholstered it and he started firing. Of course he didn't have good aim. Holy shit, I haven't thought about Jen Kim in like 20 years. It's that Jen Kim will do that to you. Gonna start throwing my shit around now that I know that I can. Oh, why'd I go to this? Didn't mean to do that. Close this, close this. And now I suppose it's time to hear from the man himself. Oh, I also needed to check. Oh. Supposed to be starting at 12. H3 show number 228. No title, no thumbnail yet. Should I put up the poll? Not yet. I'm gonna wait until like 30 minutes. Then put the poll up. Let's check this out. Stale2000, Am I Serious? So the 4 layers of irony. Him trying to explain the 4 layers of irony, the circle of irony. It's very iDubbbz coded, very stoic, one might say. And so I feel like it's only right to check this out. Really, I'm gonna give it a like too. We gotta check this one. Am I serious? The 4 layers of irony. I'm wondering. He's about to pass me in subscribers.
Am I serious? Well, yes and no. I like to say that I'm post-ironic, or on layer 2 of the irony scale. That means I try to talk about serious things by going,
hey bro, this is a 20-minute video. You can't just answer the question in the beginning. You gotta have some build up. You gotta be able to work into it. That way there's some reason that we don't click away. Like, but now it's like I have the answer. I don't need to watch the rest of this video now.
way over the top with it. I say things that have punchline. I say things that sound like a joke, but when you think deeper about it, have a bit of a kernel of truth to it. I act ridiculous because the truth is ridiculous, and acting ridiculous is the only way to get you to take it seriously. A refresher on what just happened though. I made a viral video, a video directed to the CEO of Reddit, where I gave you a peek into the insanity that is Reddit moderation and how it affects Reddit, the third largest social media platform in the US. In the video, I came off like a crazy person who was taking a silly topic like Reddit moderation way too seriously. And I looked crazy because the situation is crazy. I was inspired to make this video by my favorite content creator, JReg. He is also a comedic content creator who created a video about the multiple layers of irony. And since I'm...
And I find JReg to be insanely annoying, I've got to be honest. I've only seen a little bit of his content, and I just... Maybe there's some more stuff that's good.
Hey.
Closeted Gay Man's Black Pill Analysis of Sydney Sweeney.
Hey guys, Deeply Closeted Gay Man here, and today we're going to be doing a black pill analysis of Sydney Sweeney's facial structure, which is pretty overrated in my opinion. To start with, we have slight paranasal flatness. That's definitely going to reduce mid-face depth. The mid-face is compact, but as you can see, there's definitely room for better nose-to-lip distance. Yeah, Philtrum is too large, obviously. She really needs to shave a millimeter off here. Slight visibility of white under the iris. I mean, definitely could use tighter orbitals. So there's no question about it. The canthal tilt here is basically neutral, and really, this is a deal killer. Just the jaw.
Like, one video, I'm like, okay, it's fine. But it's like most of his content is just this. And there's some other stuff in there, don't get me wrong. He does some other things. But I don't know. Just another closeted gay man. What about it? I guess I'm speaking a little verbose. Because in reality, now I'm going to speak even more verbose. Because it isn't that I hate JReg. It truly is that it's just, it gets old. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I forget what it was that I saw, what I watched. But I just remembered after like 5-10 minutes, I really just kind of went, okay. I get it, you're being ironic. I get it. I get the joke, I'm in on the joke, I get it. Can we move on to another joke? He's convincing. I know he's just memeing. I know it's not actually what he believes. No, don't. I understand that it's the same reason that I have a problem with well, I guess it's not the exact same reason. It's a similar reason that I have a problem with Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde can be funny. There are things about it that are funny. Sam Hyde just uses it to hide his actual beliefs. I don't think that JReg is doing that, but it's once like you're kind of like, okay, I get it. It just feels kind of, I don't know, it feels a little bit more boring.
Now a viral influencer. This is my attempt to contribute to the iron.
Viral influencer? Did he just call himself a viral influencer?
Content creator who created a video about the multiple layers of irony. And since I'm now a viral influencer, this is my attempt to contribute to the irony discourse by describing and defining layers
I guess he was viral for that video, but
3 and 4 of irony that add on top to JReg's kind of previous definitions of layers kind of 0 through 2 of irony. Specifically, I'm going to be
he made a whole video about irony and didn't talk about all 4 layers. He just talked about irony and post-irony, or irony and I don't know. There's too many ways to talk about it. What is this, neo-irony?
using these definitions of irony to describe a very online topic known as lolcows that I've become intimately familiar with after my big viral moment. So what is irony? Well, in my framework, irony is critique, and each layer above the previous layer of irony is a critique of the critique. So what is layer 0 of irony? Well, that's just sincerity. That means just having an opinion, having a goal, having a direct.
Why do I feel like this would line up perfectly with iDubbbz's video? iDubbbz, Sam Hyde.
Get out of the way.
In a circle. This is the circle of irony. At the top of the circle of irony, you have sincerity. You can't have any amount of irony without some sincerity behind it. Here's an example of a sincere thought. I don't like eating shit. People who are not being ironic say sincere things like that all the time. You might say that it's the default way to say things. The next rung on the circle of irony is just called irony.
So let's hear his next part.
A philosophy, any just act or opinion or situation that involves agency. It is not in reference to something else. It is not the opposite of a different position. Instead, it is an opinion or philosophy that stands on its own. Notice that we can even have 2 opposing positions that are on layer 0 because they stand on its own without it being in reference to the other position. Some examples might be
the reason that the layers of irony and the circle of irony makes no sense is because irony is often built off of the sincerity. You can act ironically without intending to. And so this, like, it kind of falls apart from there because obviously post-irony and meta-irony are like other it's just like they're further. It's not even necessarily that they're building on top of irony. They're abstractions of irony itself. The background is giving me AI. What makes you think that?
Republican or the Democratic Party. They are in some sense opposed to each other, but they still have ideas and philosophies of their own that don't need to be defined as being against the other party. Layer 0 is everywhere. The real world is mostly full of layer 0 sincere beliefs. Well, that was easy. So let's get to layer 1 of irony. If layer 0 is defending a belief, layer 1 is attacking it. Layer 1 of irony requires the acknowledgement of—
The fuck does this say? Satanism? No, there's not enough letters. What is this?
The opposing belief and positions itself so as to attack it or tear it down. It is fundamentally destruction, not creation. And in order to destroy—
But sarcasm, okay. He probably said that. I was too focused. These backgrounds are drawing me in more than the substance of the video, I've got to be honest.
There must already exist fundamentally destruction, not creation. And in order to destroy, there must already exist something that was created to then destroy. Some examples. Some people say that sarcasm is a layer 1 belief because you're saying the opposite of what you mean, but I mean something a little bit different from that in my framework of irony. The best example that I have of a layer 1 position would be the Socratic method, or the person who's constantly asking questions.
Is sarcasm considered a form of irony? It is I guess it is verbal irony. But again, then you're talking about intended irony, I guess.
questions about somebody else's belief and pointing out flaws without necessarily even having a position of their own. Elitism, credentialism, or gatekeeping is a layer 1 belief because it fundamentally says that there are people out there who are not qualified, are not...
Nah, see, I don't fuck with Satanism for one reason and one reason alone. I don't give a shit about the whole, oh, it's we believe in unity of people and, you know, it's about humanity and believing in ourselves is our own God, that type of stuff. I just hate this. I hate this so much. And most people are like, oh, I hate it because they have Satan with children. No, they fucked up Baphomet. They fucked up Baphomet and didn't give Baphomet tits. Baphomet is supposed to have breasts. That's kind of the whole point, is the as above, so below, the ambivalence of reality and, you know, the duality of reality. It's like they completely forgot what the whole symbolism was supposed to be presenting and then just decided to make a statue. I'm just saying. Because then that leads me to believe they just wanted to do something of like, what? You're going to be mad at us for making a statue? He got sucked dry. Yeah, he does look a little emaciated too. That's not my Baphomet.
Competent enough to have a position, do an action, have a goal, etc., etc. And that's why we need these credentials or gatekeeping to make sure that the wrong people are not engaging in certain actions. Layer 1 is exclusionary. And to get to my most important example, I would argue that the internet itself, especially social media in the digital age, is fundamentally full of layer 1 beliefs and critiques, which stands in stark contrast to kind of the beliefs that are in kind of the real world. What I mean by this is, I think that social media, especially websites like Reddit, are not really about doing things, and they're more about sharing and critiquing things that other people are doing. It's not about you putting things out into the world, it's about you attacking things that other people do. This layer 1 philosophy resonates through the entire DNA of the internet, both from the very sarcastic and critical humor that is common on websites like Reddit, and even down to the very features that make up these websites, such as, you know, resharing, retweeting, commenting, and kind of features like that that are baked into the very infrastructure of the internet. Websites are built to make you attack, critique, reshare, comment, or retweet. And this is so ubiquitous that I don't think people could even imagine it to be any other way. It's hard to even put a finger on what is truly wrong with the internet, let alone fix it, beyond vague hand waves and attacks against the algorithm. And I hate this. I hate layer 1 of irony because it's fundamentally destructive and about attacking the things that other people do. And I think that this internet-driven, very critical philosophy is what drives very huge problems in kind of the world that we see today. And this is both on the internet and in real life. We live in an ironic, sarcastic, and critical world where we gawk at the things that other people do as opposed to create on our own. And
gawking has nothing to do with it. The thing is he's definitely like drawing on something, because I would say that the newer generations act more sarcastically than past ones, but that isn't, like, I don't know what he's trying to say with it, just that it does exist. Everybody's ironic. Everybody acts ironically. Everybody uses sarcasm. Yeah, but we're wondering about this whole character that you present yourself as. You're saying that it's partially fake. In what ways are you faking this character?
I'll put a disclaimer on this that I'm moralizing something that doesn't automatically have to be moralized, and certainly has some upsides as well as downsides. There's nothing wrong with, you know, gatekeeping our doctors or civil engineers, and critique itself isn't automatically bad, but I stand by my moralizing nonetheless. What does layer 2 or post-irony mean? Post-irony is the critique of the critique. If your body is sincere at layer 0, then layer 1 is the sword that attacks your body, and layer 2 would be the shield that defends itself against the sword or the critique. Layer 2 is not a position on its own. If it was a position on its own, then it would be layer 0 at sincerity. No, it only exists as a reference to a reference. The way that I use post-irony is I say things that I believe, but I do it in a very open...
I just realized he has post-irony. Post-irony and meta-irony are two different things. A true statement phrased to look like you mean the opposite when you don't, which is the joke. Meta-irony is truth can't be determined, many layers of irony, the conclusion created is the joke. But we're also, there still should be an additional layer here, so I don't know what the next one's going to be. Explaining irony like this is like nails on a chalkboard for me. I mean, explaining it at all is kind of... It ruins irony on some level, but I guess that's kind of the point, right? We're breaking down those barriers.
Over-the-top way that makes it sound like I'm joking. I do this as kind of a shield and a way of kind of dismissing criticism. This works because if I say something...
When did this guy all of a sudden become an ironologist? I don't know. He's lived in the irony for too long. This is what I mean, though, is you don't get to hide behind irony. That's kind of my problem. That's my problem with Sam Hyde. I guess that's not my problem with J-Reg. I guess I don't know what my problem with J-Reg is. I guess I just find him somewhat obnoxious, and that's about it. Even though I know it's ironic, so I guess it works, you know, the character works. But like, it's... I don't know. This whole thing is just so fucking... I don't know what he's trying to prove with this video. Everybody's ironic. We're all ironic. I want to know what his third layer is then. Or his layer 3, his fourth layer.
Something that I know sounds silly, well, it becomes much harder for other people to attack me for something that I have acknowledged already is the case. Or in other words, I was only pretending to be retarded, therefore you can't attack me for it. I live and breathe in layer 2, but I'm told this can be confusing to many. So why would one want to exist as a reference to a reference?
But exactly, you can't hide behind that. Your hairline actually is this bad. You need a haircut. I've told you once, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. The reverse fade. This is not me being rude. This is not me being ironic either. This is me being sincere. This is a sincere statement I'm making to you. Get the reverse fade. You'll look good with it. I'm trying to get a good example so you can get a real vibe check on it. I guess this one is the best one. This one's my favorite. The reverse fade all day. Again, style what you have. Don't try and cover what you don't. You can make it work. You can make everything work.
You might be familiar with this from English class. Stoic. It basically means that you kind of feel the opposite Stoic of what is being expressed. Stoic. And it's basically just sarcasm. Oh, Stoic. Yeah, I love eating shit. Great. People think I love eating shit now. Isn't that just perfect? This is the go-to boomer humor that old people thrive off of. They love sarcasm. It is a basic...
It is funny because I just realized too that both him and Stale2000 tarot card Brian, they're only talking about irony as a literary device. Like, they're not actually talking about irony as a concept and like what, like am I right? Like, because they're talking about the purpose of irony as a literary concept. They're not necessarily breaking down why. I mean, maybe he will. He has a lot more of this video left, and he's about to finish the layers. But I'd expect you to break down like whether or not irony is good, whether or not the like opaque nature of irony like creates like a more difficult reality to live online, and like, is it necessary to have that disconnect and realize that the internet should remain fake? He also has his lighting giving Homer Simpson right now. It doesn't help with the hair. You should make a short or video about the reverse fade Cap'n. Then we can send it to him. You know what? I think I will make that video. I'm going to make a video and you'll see it when it comes out.
Why not just be sincere? I mean, the opposite of an opposite should cancel back out to sincerity, right? Well, here's why. In this very internet-driven, sarcastic, and destructionary society, the kind of attacks from the peanut gallery will destroy anybody who's trying to do something sincerely. It is very hard to defend yourself against every attack, every nitpick, every whispering voice from the crowd telling you that you suck and you should therefore give up. You simply cannot fight against every piece of criticism, which is why you need a tool to defend yourself against the very concept of criticism. A post-ironic defense goes something like this. Yeah, your criticisms are right, but that's why I'm going to succeed anyway. Yeah, I don't have credentials, but I don't care. I'm going to go for it regardless. Yeah, I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm going to learn from them and then pick myself back up and try over again. And finally, the best defense of
these are the worst examples of post-irony.
Them all. I was only pretending to be retarded, therefore you can't criticize me for being retarded. Some people would call this a cope, and in some ways they're right. Instead of disagreeing with the criticism, you're saying, yeah, the criticism is right, but it doesn't matter. And in this highly online critical world, I think this philosophy of accepting...
Well, it's not that meta-irony is that the criticism doesn't matter. Post-irony is that the criticism does matter, but I'm in on it. I know that it matters. Wink is kind of like the idea of post-irony. He doesn't even seem to understand it. He's trying to explain it. He messed this part up.
Criticism, but not caring, of being willing...
Actually, everything on the internet is real. Even this. Let me see if I can find... Do you guys remember this old statue? This is an AI version of it. Fuck. You guys remember that old statue where it's like dog person gives birth? You guys remember that? But it was just like an art installation. Yeah, this one, here it is. Trigger warning, I guess? This just looks gross. Gross warning. This is real? You guys remember this from the early internet? It's obviously it's some art gallery you can see people walking through. Everything on the internet is real.
Willing to fail, but try again, is the exact sort of thing that we need to get people back to believing things again. Some more examples of layer 2 post-irony defenses are being anti-elitism.
Yeah, see, that was Baphomet with his. That looked better. That's a better representation of Baphomet. There we go. You're right. You're totally right.
Anti-gatekeeping, or move fast and break things. That's actually a very Silicon Valley but layer 2 coded defense. Move fast and break things sounds a bit counterintuitive at first. Why would you want to break things? Well, it's not really that you want to break things. Instead, it's that you will move quickly if you don't worry so much about breaking things. It's about kind of accepting that that will happen and kind of going on and taking the advantage of speed anyway. Very layer 2 coded. The Grug IQ graph is another example of a very layer 2 meme.
Oh my god, using Wojak memes, using Wojak memes to explain your philosophy takes.
This one's about patriotism, and at layer 0 you have kind of the Grug, who is both, you know, correct and also has kind of a very sincere patriotic belief. Then you have the center IQ person, who's kind of the layer 1 critique, and he is, you know, against kind of the patriotic Grug, and he's kind of wrong in this image. And then at layer 2, you have kind of the very high IQ person who is also patriotic, but presumably for different reasons than kind of like the low IQ kind of Grug, which is why this is an example of kind of like layer 2 patriotic propaganda is what we'll call it. This even expresses a very common quality among kind of like layer 2 thinking, and that is that it has a kind of...
And again, what you are talking about is not the actual irony itself. What you're talking about is somebody basically pointing out the irony of something. So the irony here would be people that love America can love America for a good reason or for a bad reason. Anybody who's just saying that they hate America full stop isn't necessarily considering all of the the plausible outcomes of having a good America. It's like a, yeah, like I said, he's kind of missing the point of a lot of the stuff he's bringing up, I feel like.
A very self.
You can just tell he's standing on his tippy toes. I was going to say he needs to like relax his shoulders. I feel like his shoulders are really tight.
Self-aware, self-important, pseudo-intellectual, I'm better than you type kind of idea, where it says kind of you have a point, but you know, it's not like the more basic point. It's actually kind of more complicated, but still correct. And finally, there's something to be very careful about with regards to layer 2 post-ironic thinking. And that is, if your body is layer 0, and poison is the layer 1 thing that is attacking your body, and antivenom is the thing that fights the poison, the astute listener will notice that if you drink a bunch of poison and then drink a bunch of antivenom right after that, you are not back to being healthy. It's not just that the antivenom counteracts all of the poison or criticism that's targeted against you. It's also that the antivenom has side effects of its own. And if you take too much of the antivenom, this is going to lead to very significant kind of problems with your way of thinking and going about life.
That was the worst analogy you could have made. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be rude, but I did not follow that part at all. I'm going to try and listen to that again.
It's also that the antivenom has after that, you will notice that if your body is out with regards to layer 2 post-ironic thinking. And that is, if your body is layer 0, and poison is the layer 1 thing that is attacking your body, and antivenom is the thing that fights the poison, the astute listener will notice.
On what layer is the antivenom?
That if you drink a bunch of poison and then drink a bunch of antivenom right after that, you are not back to being healthy. It's not just that the antivenom counteracts all of the poison or criticism that's targeted against you. It's also that the antivenom has side effects of its own. And if you take too much of the antivenom, this is going to lead to very significant kind of problems with your way of thinking and going about life. Which leads us into a side tangent, which I am calling the meta-ironic black hole. Meta-irony is not the sarcastic opposite that is of kind of layer 1 irony, nor is it the sincere over-the-topness of...
No, post-irony is the opposite of regular irony. In the actual like idea of this like circle of irony that Idubbbz outlines, the opposite of sincerity, or the opposite of meta-irony would be, or sorry, he did it weird. The opposite of meta-irony would be irony. And that's what makes it so confusing, because the opposite of irony shouldn't still be irony. Meta-irony, I don't think, reaches back to sincerity. The whole point is that it's meant to toe the line about what is sincere versus what is not. And I think it's meant, meta-irony is often used more as like a tool for propaganda and, honestly, just a way to get out of an argument, just to be like, I was just kidding. Oh, you just didn't understand. And it's kind of just I don't know. I feel like meta-irony almost doesn't exist, because either you were being post-ironic or you're just lying.
Layer 2 post-irony. Instead, meta-irony is something of its own. Instead, meta-irony is saying something that is masked in so many layers of irony that neither the listener nor even possibly you know what is even being said or what the point of it all is in the first place. Is the statement true? Is it false? Is it half true? Nobody knows. Some people like JReg and Idubbbz have said that meta-irony fits into layer 2 of irony, but I don't really think...
Quite literally in the video, he said that it fits into layer 1 of irony. It would fit into, I guess, layer 0, as you put it, because it would be in the sincerity.
That fits. Let me explain why. In my framework, every even layer of irony, that is layers 0, 2, 4, and so on, is in agreement with the original layer 0 position in some way. Whereas the odd layers, that is layers 1, 3, 5, etc., are the critique or in disagreement with the original sincere layer 0. But meta-irony doesn't fit that pattern at all, because you don't know what they're saying. I think that meta-irony is something that you can enter in.
Yes, Cruz, you gotta save it for the post-show, for the after-show. That's a good question. You gotta do something that that you know they'll read. Tell a fake story, maybe. I just want to let you all know that I've been walking across America for the last year, and this show has kept me going. Over the past month, I was I was lost because I didn't have anything to listen to. But now with the after show, I will now be able to live a more fulfilled life. Don't put that. Think of something better, but there's a little example for you.
At any layer of the irony scale, and it's sort of a black hole or vortex that tears away all of the meaning in your statement and can, send you spinning out up and down all across the layers. It gets even easier to enter into kind of the black hole the more layers that you go up. The black hole analogy works because it really does feel like your position is kind of spinning out of control. Are you being sincere? Are you being sarcastic? Post-ironic? Post-ironic? Nobody knows. That's why it's the black hole. And layer 2 really is where most people start getting sucked into kind of this black hole, which is why it can be kind of so confusing.
Well, I think that the problem is that most of the people that act as though they are existing within meta-irony are actually, as iDubbbz I think was trying to point out, are existing within sincerity, but are wanting to lie about it to prevent like their own embarrassment. So you are a genuine person. You are sincere. Everything you did was highly sincere, but you feel like everything is such a crazy world and everything's just so wild anyways that any type of crazy thing that you do is only like fitting within that. And I don't know. It's definitely a miscalculation, I would say.
Confusing to many. In fact, the original viral video that I made, which was a kind of a...
Because like I'm saying, the one part that I think is so true is he's, like, again, I don't want to critique his appearance too much. Because I always go in on his hair, reverse fade. But, like, hiding behind irony for the fact that you are the, like, embodiment of the stereotypical Reddit moderator isn't going to stop you from looking like a stereotypical Reddit mod. It is not owning it. It is like, and again, it is clear that the presentation comes from the insecurity itself, not the lack thereof. He's trolling the troll within all of the other trolls, and nobody is a troll because everybody is a troll. Yeah, everybody's troll. We all do a little trolling. We all have a little trolling. Yeah, it's... And then that's the thing I think more people need to realize. What you need to do is just be yourself. It's fine to be yourself, but be ready for people to critique you as well. Be prepared for people to have some feelings about like the type of person that you are, good or bad. That's kind of the whole point of putting yourself out there as a genuine person. Like, I try and keep myself as genuine as possible.
Addressed to Spez, the CEO of Reddit, kind of fell into this black hole. This is because there were some statements in the video which I thought were clear jokes, like Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities. And then there was other things that I said.
I want to watch that part again. Still no title. Still no thumbnail. I'll put it on. I want to watch that part again though. Oh, he put the stream back. Oh, streamed 3 days ago. Find me collabs.
This is a useful. No, they need real material support. That means access to anything that like a talent manager would give an actual celebrity. So an access to a bounty board or ad deals or lawyers or event organizers or...
That passing comment, that one was a joke too.
Summarize, Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers, not because they deserve respect or anything, but because they actually have real power and influence.
And again, so you were saying this ironically, were you saying it Post-ironically, do you feel like there's a kernel of truth there that Reddit moderators should see more, like, adulation for being a Reddit moderator? Because that is insane, regardless of how you want to spin it.
We're sincere, and there are other parts where I think I just got clearly carried away. Some people have called it cope for me to claim that it was all a joke in the first place, but looking back on the video myself, it's actually very difficult for even me to tell which parts are kind of real or were intended to be jokes.
Was it really just all off the cuff? Like, you didn't script any of it, you were just rambling?
Jokes, or were just kind of me kind of losing it in the moment. That's why I think I got sucked into the meta-ironic black hole, because the truth of the video really has been lost into the ether. Another example of
it's ether.
A meta-ironic content creator that people often bring up is Sam Hyde. He says a lot of kind of far-right statements now, but that wasn't always the case. When a lot of his content originally released, the meaning of it really was a mystery to a lot of people. You know, was he actually far right? Was he just joking? Or was he somebody who kind of got too deep into the character and then kind of changed their positions and became the person that they kind of joked about along the way? Now, that was a primer to irony.
Yeah, it is very comic book guy from The Simpsons. That's a good way to put it. It's like thinking you're better than everybody else while literally being while working at a comic book shop. It's like, yeah, you're doing the thing that you like to do. Don't think that that means anything to anybody else, is kind of like the way to think about it. Just because you are, even if you are successful, if you're successful in the thing that you like doing, that doesn't mean anybody else has to have any appreciation for it. Sad but true.
Now we're getting into the stuff that I feel like I've invented. I am defining layer 3 on the irony scale as the lolcow layer. Remember, an irony layer is critique, so layer 3 would be a critique of the critique of the critique of the original position. It is the shield breaker to the layer 2 shield. It attacks the concept of fighting back against criticism.
And this is layer 4, because we forget layer 0 is sincerity. He kind of fucked up with that one.
This is why I'm calling it the lolcow layer, because attacking somebody for being a lolcow is a layer 3 argument. A lolcow is a very online term, both meant for somebody who is kind of worthy of being criticized and therefore can be milked for drama, but beyond just being a person.
Not milked for drama. It's, I mean, I think that lolcows in general, like the lolcow culture, should be looked down upon. Because the whole point isn't finding niche people, niche communities, and like helping them thrive. It's finding niche communities to mock and to milk for lols, to milk the cows for LOLs, to laugh out loud, doing things that are meant to outrage. So I don't know. But I don't get what he means by it would be the lolcow layer. Is it because lolcows try and act as though things they do are ironic? Because that isn't always true.
Who's worthy of ridicule, a lolcow is also sort of
this is Twitch's rising star. This is Reddit's rising star right here.
Self-aware. That means that they know that they are the target of criticism, and they might in fact lean into it in order to kind of defend themselves against that criticism. And the very act of leaning into kind of the criticism and being the lolcow makes them even more of a lolcow by using this kind of defense against criticism by being the thing even more. In other words, the lolcow is using a strategy of kind of trying to fight back against criticism, and the accusation of being a lolcow against the person is instead criticizing that very behavior of kind of fighting back against kind of this kind of ridicule or these attacks. That's why it's the shield breaker to kind of like the shield that the lolcow is attempting to use against criticism.
What? Did anybody else follow that? I completely lost it there.
Even more of a lolcow by using this kind of defense against criticism by being the thing even more. In other words, the lolcow is using a strategy of kind of trying to fight back against criticism, and the accusation of being a lolcow against the person is instead criticizing that very behavior of kind of fighting back against kind of this kind of ridicule or these attacks. That's why it's the shield breaker to kind of like the shield that the lolcow is attempting to use against criticism. Layer 3 really is where things start to get very complicated.
I'm confused. What is the shield and what is the shield breaker? Is the irony the shield or the shield breaker? Because I would assume that it would be the irony. Or it would be the shield. The irony would be the shield. Sorry, I'm like completely thrown off by this.
I feel like it's very easy to tell the difference between layer 0 and layer 2, sincerity and post-irony, because, you know, a sincere position sounds very different than somebody being kind of over the top and hyperbolic, even though they still kind of mean the things that they're saying. Whereas I think layer 1 and layer 3 are much harder to differentiate, and I struggle to find any real examples of this. Layer 3 would be like saying the move fast and break things philosophy is a bad philosophy. But how is it that much different from just saying don't break things? People criticize others for moving too fast and breaking too many things all the time. In fact, moving too fast might in fact be the chief cause of people.
I like break fast. I eat eggs and bacon sometimes. Mostly eggs.
Breaking too many things.
I have a small box of Fruit Loops that I need to eat.
So really there has to be kind of a differentiator between somebody who's just saying don't break things versus attacking the very philosophy of move fast and break things. A great example of a layer 3 attack would be the I was just pretending to be retarded meme. Layer 0 of the comic is the person being retarded. Layer 1 is the people in kind of the comic attacking the person for being retarded. And then layer 2 is the person attempting to dismiss criticism by saying, actually, it was a joke all along. And then layer 3 would be.
And see, I guess this is my problem with Asmongold. And obviously, we don't like the R word, but substitute it for whatever other pejorative you'd like to fill in. No, but seriously, I do think that this is the problem when people just say, like this is the problem with meta-irony. This isn't the problem with post-irony. Post-irony, the problem with post-irony is, I don't know, this whole thing is just, it's so stupid to talk about any of this. Who cares about irony? Like I said at the beginning, this is very
stoic. Be kind of the entire comic itself, because this is clearly an attack on the person who's pretending like he's kind of making a joke and therefore not actually being.
You know, I don't even know if this guy is maybe just a dork. I don't know if he is a nerd. I saw someone say that in chat, that all that's going through their head is just the word nerd. Because I was thinking about it just now. Do you think he has any actual like technical knowledge? Like where he do you think he like knows about computers or anything like that? Or do you think he only knows about like live stream drama?
Stupid. This is a layer 3 attack because it's attacking their kind of cope or defense against criticism. An issue with layer 3 and kind of the deeper layers of irony is a problem that I have invented called the nuh-uh problem. It goes something like this. A person says, hey, I did something cool. Somebody else says, nah, that sucks. And then the person responds by saying, nuh-uh. And then the response is, uh-huh, nuh-uh, uh-huh, nuh-uh, ad infinitum. Is each nuh-uhs and yah-uhs a different layer of irony? I mean, I guess it's critiquing or disagreeing.
No, it's quite literally not. Those are just two. Those are people. Those are people arguing their opinions. I don't know. You literally what?
Agreeing with the kind of critique before it. I don't feel like each of these things are new layers of irony. I feel like in order to ascend a layer of irony, the kind of statement or critique must truly understand kind of the self-referential nature of itself and its relationship to the other layers of irony. And finally, we have reached layer 4 of irony, another one that I have now invented, which I do not even have a name for yet. If you have a name, please kind of say so in the comments.
I'm dying at this. I think my brain might be dying at this. I'm being completely honest. I researched a lot about him. Does he get the R-word pass if he has severe autism? On Food Shops, he alluded to having autism. Here's the point I made. I think that using the R-word is bad whenever you're using it as a pejorative, regardless of... Because the way I think about it's this. If a black person calls another black person the hard R, do you think they're not going to be offended? I think it's usually less there's less of a negative connotation when talking about things generally with using the R word. That, like, I don't have as much of a problem with. Like, if somebody says this thing was whatever, this that was R word, it's like, it's bad, but again, it's like we have started working it out of the medical terminology, so the whole thing is about using pejoratives at all. New poll, should you use the R word? Oh, here, let's do the poll now. Yeah, for should you use the R word? Poll. No, poll about how late the H3 podcast will be today. Is the thumbnail up? H3 show, no thumbnail yet, and starting in 10 minutes. No thumbnail, no title. They've usually gone through like 3 thumbnails and titles by now.
Of this video. And I will attempt to use all of my energy left to break free of my earthly layer 2 bonds and extend into kind of layer 4 for just a few moments to give some examples. If layer 0 is your body, then the virus is layer 1, and your antibodies are layer 2. Do you know what that makes layer 3? Yeah, that's right, it makes it AIDS. And what does it make me? Well, I'm your sex education, baby. And you don't want to get AIDS. Listen to your sex educator. And AIDS isn't the thing that kills you. It attacks your immune system. It is the rest of the virus-like criticism that truly destroys you. And even more than that, AIDS is very difficult to cure. Once you have contracted kind of an...
Do they have cures for AIDS now? You can cure HIV. I know AIDS isn't terminal anymore. I don't think you can cure AIDS.
Illness that prevents you from fighting back against the very concept of criticism, you're doomed. You have AIDS for life, and even worse, you can transmit it to other people. And us level 4 sex educators are out here trying to warn you of the danger of AIDS, either with, condoms or abstinence. And you teenagers out there, you're just out there kind of...
Don't start talking about teenagers and sex. Let's just stop this conversation right now. Reddit mod does not need to be talking about teenagers and sex. Let's end it before we start.
Having fun, laughing at us, not really kind of taking our warnings seriously. But seriously, I'm telling you, you really don't want to get AIDS. But let me dispense with the analogies and kind of get to the conclusion of my video by making a direct layer 4 argument. Remember, irony is a critique, so level 4 is attacking the level 3 lolcow position. And it would go something like, I know you're having a lot of fun with your kind of critique and ridicule at your target and making your target kind of defenseless against criticism. Nay, you're making it so that if they even fight back against criticism, that kind of means that the attacks and criticism apply even more to them. And my response to that would be, why? Why would you hold such a philosophy that can be so accurately encapsulated by 2 words? Give up. Like, what are the good outcomes here?
Why did his camera go out of focus for a second? I'm assuming he's on some type of a green screen. Maybe not. Maybe he actually took the time to cut himself out. But I'm like, why did everything just all of a sudden go out of focus?
Encapsulated by 2 words.
Just turn the manual focus on. You don't need autofocus when you're just standing in the room.
Give up. Like, what are the good outcomes here? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish by attacking the very concept of fighting back against criticism? At least layer 1 is kind of useful. If you point out a problem, you can solve it, you can mitigate it, you can fix it. Whereas layer 3 is more just saying, nah, don't even try. The whole philosophy is just sad to me. It's a tar pit of despair that you can't escape from, and I reject it. And that's kind of my layer 4 attack on kind of the lolcow argument. If you have any arguments that or examples that kind of fit this layer 4 analogy or names for this layer 4.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was following you up until about like the 13-minute mark in this video, and then I just completely lost everything that you were saying. Like, you could maybe articulate it better, but this made no sense.
Or put them kind of in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you come out of this video as equally enlightened about the concept of irony as you are infected by it. Because I will warn you, there's no way back.
I mean, the fact that he said that he can't tell in his original video what he was being ironic about and what he was being sincere about, I think implies that he doesn't script his videos, but they sound so scripted that it's like, is this really just the way that he talks? He's so used to Reddit posts. Alex, I know it might make him end the interview. Can you ask him about the reverse fade? Can you bring up the reverse fade and ask him if he's ever considered something like this? I need to know. Has this affected his job? I mean, the way he made it sound was that being a Reddit mod was his one and only job. He's been on YouTube for 5 years, making content somewhat inconsistently. 3 weeks, a year. Yeah, so after 3 weeks, it's been a year since his last. They needed a lot of AI songs. Interesting. He's a software engineer, is that what it is? He's a software engineer. He used to be a dev for Twitch. I know it says former Twitch staff. What does he do now? Like, I'm not trying to be like super critical, but that's kind of a vague job title. Which software is he engineering? Push to the max. You do it. Here's the thing. If he's willing, he's talking about irony being criticisms and people should be open to the criticisms. He should be willing to hear these criticisms out. And if it is all just a big, maybe this is all just a faux pas, you know? You never know. It's all been a lie since the beginning. So now what am I going to do? Oh no. That was it. That was all I had for today. But I guess we could look at some body cam footage. We don't have much time left. So I'll do this one. Save another one. Maybe I'll do another stream on Saturday just because. Just for non-members. Just a public stream. He jumped in the river to escape cops. Worst decision ever. Goosarino, I studied civil engineering, but saying civil engineering, that's man's work. That's a man's work. That's man's job. You're helping build the infrastructure for our cities, not these little toy websites. This is the body cam you sent, right? This one's just long, and I don't know if I'm gonna finish which one we start right now.
On June 13th, 2025 in Pike County.
We can start it. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time to finish it because it's almost 30 minutes. Without the engineers, how's anything supposed to get done? You know nothing about infrastructure. Not all men's hands need to be put in the mud. They... Alex has some really good ideas for public transportation systems. Here's my really good idea for public transportation systems. Have more of them. Up it. Bring it more of them, please. But here, let's do this. 911 call leads cops down a rabbit hole. Rabbit hole to where?
On June 13th, 2025 in Pike County, Arkansas, officers are dispatched to an isolated neighborhood in the woods for an alleged altercation involving a rifle. The caller reported that his estranged neighbor from down the road, Nathan, had entered his property with a rifle pointed at his 11 and 9-year-old children.
It's too long, you can pick something else. Then I'll save this one for later. We'll do this one because it's only 17 minutes.
You're getting real.
And if I double the time, that'll add up to when they're 30 minutes late. They are officially on time if they made it right now. Still no thumbnail, no title though. Interesting. Blake Lively stuff. What's happening with Blake Lively? Messages with Blake Lively unsealed. I might have to look into this more. Okay, well, let me start this. He jumped in the river to escape cops. Worst decision ever. Do we think it's a good decision to jump into the river to escape the cops? I think maybe. Depends where it goes. Oh, I forgot that he has that. I'm sorry. We're going back and forth. Sorry, there might not be any body cam. We might not have time for the body cam today. Alex is right. Save the Shire.
Try this a little differently this time. How do I get slow mode? I need slow mode in chat.
Yeah, I think I will save stuff for a fun Saturday public stream for non-members. We do member streams every other Saturday. So next Saturday will be a member stream. This Saturday, we're going to do a public stream for everybody to end off the month, right? Saturday's the end of the month? Yes.
And so...
Ooh. Okay.
All right, I think good. Okay, so does anybody know how to do slow mode?
Oh shit, it might get you claimed. It's fine. There were so many songs at the beginning of this stream. The stream doesn't have too many views yet, so I'm hoping I can cut those out before it goes before it gets a little bit more of a push.
Because I need a way to do slow mode so the chat doesn't overwhelm me. And I'm not really gonna be answering questions. Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. I need suggestions for
conversation. That will get me claimed. I can't listen to that one.
Okay, here.
Does he literally just blast Counting Crows the whole time?
I mean, sure, I'll look him up. But yeah, I need more than just this one guy.
It's honestly louder than he is. Why is it like so much louder than him? Like it's absolutely so much louder than he is. Let's open up his live chat. Live chat request. Oh wow, his chat's moving so slow. Hello, hi Reddit mod, how's it going? Thank you so much, Alex the Fiction, for the $2. Open the live chat. I'm here. Oh, I have to close it. Sorry. Let me close my live chat. Sorry, everybody. Have I really just been over there the whole time? Why didn't anyone say anything? I was pulling in iDubbbz for like an hour plus. I guess it didn't really matter for that video because I was like, he was right here the whole time. That's fine. Should I just be like this? The whole time? Just be like this? I guess if I'm in the chat, I probably should be over here if I'm looking at the chat. Oh, he gets trolled by a fake Ela Klein account. I followed you on Kick. Also, can we get a fit check? I'd like to see that. I think I might have seen that on the subreddit. Let me see if I can find the Reddit post of it. Oh, I swear I saw it on the subreddit. Towards the end? Oh, here it is. Email our producer Dan. Here, let me see if I can do the. Let me see if I can find. Oh, it doesn't have a transcript available. Email our producer Dan is hilarious. Were there any others? Or did they just send that one message? I have little brother energy with him. I feel like I don't like when other people are mean to him. Fair enough. What the hell? Why can't I find this?
That's where I would say that's a check the hard drive type haircut. This clip is from a video posted by...
This live, his master plan was to become famous. That was the whole thing, is he wanted to figure out how to become famous. Oh, that's why he was trying to find collabs, because he's like, if I collab with people... You know, he's got the right idea, I guess.
/Stale2000, a former Reddit mod who was just removed as a moderator of r/livestream fail. There are thousands more moderators like him running Reddit. So we get some insight of an actual...
See, my hairline's looking bad. I swear it's not. It's fine. Look. See, it's okay. It just always gets fucked up right here. I don't know why. Is this a bald spot? It's just like the hair just starts going all forward. It creates like a line in my hair sometimes, where I'll just see like a huge sharp line through my hair. I'm like, did I just get a fresh cut? Yeah, see, look, you can kind of see it. It's like the part in my hair. Your hair grew back so fast, I feel. My hair does grow pretty fast. I shaved it in what, October? It's been a few months. It's been 3 months, right?
Reddit mod. We finally found one, guys. Let's see what they say.
That's fine. He's
I'm sorry.
3 months from scalp to here. Decent.
Does the actually meme come to life? You are wrong. Reddit moderators serve a vital importance to society, and I'm going to tell you why we're so important. Fuck out of here.
Reddit moderation does matter. Reddit moderators have control over...
This is like a Saturday Night Live parody skit. This can't even be real. The background even. This is like the background you take in the 80s in grade...
I mean, so I do, here's what I'll say. I do like that he's like laughing. He's not like, he's not angry. So there are, there's like a certain type of like lolcow type person who is, they are watching this and they're extremely mad at the person.
I'm pretty sure the people that watch, just leave myself huge the whole time. I'm pretty sure people that watch lolcows are called A-loggers. Is that it? Is that what they call it? A-logging? Yeah, a term to describe one expressing disproportionate levels of hatred for someone, often including wishing them physical harm, usually for perceived crimes that they are guilty of. So I guess that is more specifically about, yeah, so a term used by white knights of specific lolcows, usually Christian white knights, to describe someone who criticizes that said lolcow in any way, shape, or form in order to cope with the fact that lolcows, their white knighting has problems and or causes problems.
Person for being an idiot. This guy doesn't seem mad.
It's shorthand for someone's name?
Yeah, I mean, you think it's funny, which it is objectively a very funny video. And so
with the laser background. What is he doing?
Millions of impressions per day, and nobody seems to notice or care. Let's just talk about LSF. Think of all this.
Oh, yeah, it's literally short for a guy, Anthony Legato. A-log, an online person. Damn. Imagine hating lolcows so much that your name becomes like in association with lolcows on that level. Like at that point, I think you are a lolcow. That's sad. You were just going there trying to defend lolcows. And you yourself became a lolcow. Is this actually, I mean... Yeah, sorry. If you're gonna try and stand up for lolcows, you gotta be chatted up. You gotta be chatted up, my friend. Trying to go and defend lolcows like this, it's not gonna end well. That's all I can say. Not that any of the people criticizing lolcows are any better, but it's just like, again. Now that's the type of legacy we should all hope to leave behind. I will say, trying to stand up for lolcows for no reason is, it does become odd, because I do think that there are some people that just genuinely, like, not everybody needs defending. We need to remember that. There are people that deserve criticism, but more often than not, lolcows in general are getting disproportionate criticism. But I don't think that just arguing with their criticizers, like with their A-loggers, is going to do a whole lot for you. Tectone is currently my favorite lolcow. See, that's the thing, is lolcows don't even need to exist anymore because all of like the top creators are becoming lolcows in themselves. Tectone, Mizkif, Hassan. You know, lolcow live is going to start falling to the wayside. Still no title. Still no thumbnail or title. What is happening? Here. I guess it's time. It's time then. I do want to see... I wanted to find the point where he talks about the Ela comment. But I feel like it's going to be too difficult to find right now. Unless I can find it on Reddit really quick. No! Sorry, now I'm just sitting in silence. See, I don't like doing that because sometimes I'll tune into Loner Box and he'll just be sitting there like... Very stoic of him.
Stoic.
Stoic in like the real way though, not like a, not the mocking sort of way. You'll help me? Thanks, Alex. If you can find it, send it to me. Or send me the timestamp. Because I know there was a Reddit post about it too. I don't think I actually ended up liking it. He writes H3H3 into his document. Oh no. Here.
You're getting real close.
No dead air. He jumped into the river to escape cops. Worst decision ever?
To going to jail.
All right, you guys won't catch me. You guys are fucking assholes.
We're gonna hang out here while
I'm not.
Since I go to fucking soup.
running away from him.
Sir, you're under arrest!
Possibly jumped in the water.
Earlier in the day, officers found this man with a busted up truck in the road. But what started as a routine traffic stop quickly peeled back into a stubborn, arrogant guy who seemed ready to prove the cops wrong.
They don't know what state I'm going to. I'll tell you, Texas. Maybe I'm going to North Carolina, Kansas. Who knows? You guys can't keep me in jail forever. Yeah. I was asleep till morning. Whoo! Jail's dope.
On the evening of May 28, 2025, at about 6:02 p.m., an Eau Claire police officer finds a blue Dodge Ram stopped in the middle of a Wisconsin roadway. Moments earlier, dispatch had relayed several reckless driving complaints about the same truck and its 21-year-old driver, Shy.
Any other units disturbed that was... Go ahead.
Union Zebra 6992 UC.
I'd love it if he's just like, I'm so glad you guys came. My truck's fucked up. Can I get some help?
6992. Hey, sir, can you come here? What's going on?
My rear axle snapped. I'm trying to get it off to the side road at least, so I...
Yeah, that doesn't just happen. I mean, it does sometimes, but very rarely does your axle just fucking snap over nothing.
Okay. UZ 6992. Your rear axle?
Especially
snapped?
the rear axle makes no sense.
My whole rear axle snapped going around this corner for some reason.
Okay. Do you have a preference on a tow?
I do
I
not.
guess. How old is this fucking truck?
Chats?
Okay, do you have AAA at all?
I do.
Okay.
You want my card?
Yeah, if you have it. Okay.
Any tow would be amazing.
AAA. Can I grab a driver's license from you, quick?
It's invalid.
Okay. What is it? Suspended, revoked,
It's
expired?
revoked.
Okay.
Please don't screw me out.
I sent the timestamp, but fuck it, I'm getting whiplash. Let's stick to the cop stuff. No. Whiplash is important.
Seven days ago, so like
with this music over it, it's so funny.
this is like a big maybe.
Big maybe. It's a big maybe. You wrote it all in capitals. Yeah, then H3. Some ordinary gamer. It's some ordinary gamers. Thank you very much. Mudahar, thank you very much.
Oh wait. Oh hey. If you are, yeah. Oh. Is that actually Ilhan?
Ela Klein has entered the chat.
Okay, that's... Okay, it's from 2021? If so, sure.
He looked at the account and still was like, oh, it might be real. Oh, it wasn't made today, so that means it might be real.
I don't know how to reach out to you. I'm on Twitter. Assuming that's not a troll. I mean, I assume nobody did a fake one from that. So, yeah. I mean, I will. So to be more serious, yeah, I know I did like a funny video.
We got a thumbnail, no title yet. Just Trisha and Moses. Mr. Water himself. AI Ethan. AI smoothed Ethan that for some reason has more wrinkles and spotting than usual. Like, what is up with this? Look, they gave him another lip sore. Oh my god, he has more lip sores again, like you. Whenever they do AI Ethan, it gives him herpes, I swear to god. Oh, there we go. Trisha is my favorite Zionist. Perfect.
Video, and you know, the initial video was a combination of serious stuff, some jokes as well.
Someone said no racism in chat. No, because someone spelled out the N-word letter by letter. That also shows how slow his chat is going, that someone was almost able to do that.
All this kind of thing is kind of getting a little bit away from me. But I kind of made a follow-up video after that was kind of a lot more serious, that kind of went into kind of the very real issues. Email. Ooh, okay, so is that on Twitter? Okay, who's doing this? Okay. I guess I could probably Google it. But yeah, I will. Again from H3H3. Sure.
You're better than this, Stale.
On it.
Okay, here's this.
I know I'm not supposed to. I'm trying to get to my buddy's house. That's all I'm trying. I'm trying to stay the night there. I got kicked out of my house.
Any drinking or drug use tonight?
None.
Not at all.
No. Can I grab my phone?
Sure. Who's in the? Is it just a dog in the car?
That's just my dog. Yeah.
Okay. Your phone not in your pocket?
No, I don't know where it went.
Okay.
It's on the dash.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sit down. That's fucking scary. How did that even happen?
Sam, Tom, Adam.
It just happened right here. It happened going around the corner.
They have a, what the fuck? There's a free parking monopoly sign here. I don't think we've ever seen it like that. Those are real?
Dude stopped me. He's like, your rear tire's off. I'm like, what? I felt it, but I'm like, that is weird. Your rear axle snapped on your truck, and I got 5 cops next to me. Barstow?
This is Barstow here.
Going down Barstow.
Is your first name Shy?
Shy, correct. But they said they're gonna tow it, and if I have a preference.
So did he say what happened with what's going on?
Posted 2 minutes ago. It's about time. No, I won't be that mean. Yay! Oh, yay! Wow! Woohoo! An exclamation point. Is this too? Does this sound sarcastic? Is this coming off as ironic? Watch my comment get fucking removed for that. They block me. Banned and blocked for that.
Going on with the
No, I haven't even.
What? I got out right on the main drag here, and your fucking tires.
I'm just gonna start on this paperwork.
Where were you headed to, man?
Right off of 5th and Niagara. My buddy Jonah's house.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. You guys just going to hang out and stuff like that?
Yeah, I got nothing else to do today, so.
Gotcha. When did you feel this go down?
Right around the corner, I felt a snap. Right. I'm like, oh, that can't be good. So I pull over, and some guy walking past. Some guy walking past. He's like, I just seen that happen. I'm like, what? Really?
Okay.
I didn't really feel it. I felt the truck like sideways, damn near.
Gotcha.
Shy never says how the rear axle came off. Earlier, a witness saw him spinning the truck tires, and not long after, the rear passenger tire hit the curb and looked close to coming loose. For now, he's acting cooperative, but once the cop
running the curb will do it.
Start questioning him, his attitude shifts.
So what happened with the driving, man? We got a couple of calls that you were driving kind of erratic before this had happened.
I was just going down Galloway.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing nothing dumb. Maybe a little dramatic speed, but
okay.
Other than that, I wasn't doing nothing stupid or nothing.
How old are you?
You shouldn't have said dramatic speed. You should have said, I don't know, maybe like 5 over, but nothing crazy. Hit one of those. Nothing crazy, don't you know?
21.
21. Okay. All right. Where are you coming from?
My home.
Where's that? Whose truck is this?
My brother's, Shay.
Shay.
Mm-hmm.
You're not Shay?
I'm Shy.
You're Shy. Shay and Shy?
Shay, Shaw, and Shy.
Shay, Shaw, and Shy. Okay.
Yeah.
Did somebody get your ID by chance?
She's got it.
She's got it? Okay.
I got my actual driver's license if you want that.
Yeah, I can see that.
I gave her my identification card.
Okay. Shay.
No, Shy.
Shy,
yep.
Did you guys ask about booze?
What's that?
You guys asked him about drinking?
No, not yet.
Did you ask him about booze? What's that? Never heard of it.
Is that who he gave you? Is that the same name? Shy?
With 4 witnesses already reporting Shy's reckless driving and judging by his jittery behavior, officers decide to give him a sobriety test. but it will be the move he pulls afterwards that will totally blindside them.
Go ahead and put your feet together, hands at your side. All right, so with your eyes and your eyes only, standing still. Do you want to get the hair out of your eyes or something? Of
course.
Okay. Want to give you the...
Actually, that'd be good for the hat.
Yeah. You can just kind of tuck it in there backwards for me. There. All right, so with your eyes and your eyes only, keeping your head completely still, follow my finger, okay? Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you see like the purple fence right there, or the purple gate, so... How would you say that's like 20 yards away from us?
Like 40.
40? I don't think that's quite.
I think I mean, maybe this perspective is off because it's the body cam. I feel like he's more right than you. That's way more than 20 yards.
40.
That's pretty far. That's farther than 20 yards. 8
So-
yards a foot.
So maybe the sign here, just so we're looking at the
Okay.
same thing.
Yeah.
How a yard is 3 feet.
3 feet. 3 feet a yard. 3 feet a yard.
So how far do you think away that is?
50.
50.
So should we try?
Boy, oh boy. Dude, I
Yeah.
can smoke that with a baseball, and if I can throw it 50
You play
yards,
baseball?
I should have gone pro.
You play baseball?
Used to.
Oh yeah.
But could you walk there and back with these?
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure.
They went live? Okay, I might save this then. We'll watch it another time. Thanks for everybody that stopped in. I really do appreciate it. Remember, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll be back tomorrow with a gaming stream, back on Friday for another one of these types of streams, and back again on Saturday as well. We're going to be doing just a public stream with a whole lot of goofs and gaffs and fun type of things. But yeah, I guess I'll save these probably for that. That's kind of what I have the body cam footage for anyways. We didn't really get into it yet. But I really do appreciate everybody for stopping in. Again, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Become a member for all types of members content. This is Captain Quasar signing off.